Of course tunajua very loud, lakini ukweli tunaupaka powder. Tunapopagia faith yetu chini ya carpet. Tunageuza na market. Wanadai wana rap the king. Kuna wana R&B the king. Hey,
you're very welcome. It's an honor.
You and your guitar.
Me and my guitar. We play together like that.
You're gonna be just fine, gonna be just fine, like the sun will shine, gonna be just. You're gonna be just fine, gonna be just fine, like the sun will shine, gonna be just.
I can see there's a rainbow at the end of the storm. Everything that we've been through only makes us strong. Every cloud has a lining, every start and end. It's all about timing, now or later then. It's alright if you're hurt, but your hurt's not permanent. You're gonna be out alright, you'll see.
Our guest is already in studio. He's just getting ready, catching his breath. He got here in good time. I'm actually quite impressed. I am like, this is not Kenyan time. It's like some other cool time that I wish we could all take up. He got here 30 minutes before our show started. So impressed. I was not even myself. So, did I just tell on myself on radio? Anyway, but he's getting ready. He's in my favorite color. He looks like sunshine. You can guess what color that is. We'll be catching up with him and he'll tell us what he's been up to. He's been on the Unplugged Wednesday before. If you like, you can start trying to guess who this guy is. But we'll be catching up with him on the next link. Keep your posts coming. Facebook Hot Space 96, Twitter Hot _ 96 Kenya. My handle at Kambua. Vince's handle
at DJ Vince.
At DJ Vince. That's
yes.
DJ VINNCE. Okay, so you can follow him and put him in as you tweet us. Hi, Abasi, tuendelee na muziki. What's coming up?
Actually, what's coming up is a song by Ben Gidai, Vita Nyumbani. A new one.
Okay.
Ben Gidai.
Yeah.
All right.
Hot 96.
Inuka, exclusively on Hot 96.
Everything you do for me, like the sound of a symphony, and the groove of a new beat, makes me wanna dance.
You've got me excited in a way so elevated.
Wanja is saying, I will appreciate if Webi sings instead of playing. Instead of playing. Sings it instead of playing. I guess instead of us. Oh, instead of the DJ playing the song. Okay. Not sure which song in particular. But I guess you're also guessing that he's our guest for today. Anthony Wanjiri is saying, Webi is in studio. Who gave you guys leakage? Oh well, sawa. It is Webi in studio. Hello, my brother.
How you doing?
Good.
Oh, it is good to be back.
It's good to have you back.
And good on those guys who already guessed that I'm here.
I
Kuna
know.
watu wa nguvu.
Yeah, my fans.
Hey,
Like,
you guys.
It has to be Webi. It has to be Webi.
Nothing but love.
Yes, nothing but love.
Nothing but love.
How have you been?
Been great.
Uh-huh.
It's been an amazing last season, last couple of weeks, months.
Yes.
The last time I was here, I was smack in the middle of Safaricom Live.
Yes.
We've just taken a small break for now, so I've been doing a lot of other things on the side of my own.
Okay.
Releasing a new song,
Yes.
promoting it,
Yes.
doing a video currently for
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Well, I hope to release that soon enough.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's been a lot of other, and then of course family. you
Yes,
know.
that's what I'm like. When you were last year, you were almost a father.
Yes, that's
Now
right. Now I'm a daddy.
Yes.
Little girl.
Oh. And her name is, if you don't
Sarah.
mind sharing that.
Her name is Sarah.
Okay.
It's spelled S-E-R-E.
Such a cool name. What
Yeah.
does it mean?
It means peace. It's actually not a name, it's a word. I took it from my language, I'm Taita.
Okay, yeah.
So I took that word because I wanted her to be a person of peace.
Yeah.
Actually, my wife and I wanted her to be a person of peace. I think that's the kind of character, one of the character traits we'd like to have her exude.
Yes.
So we call her Sere. Sere Kambe Webi.
Sarah Kambe Webi.
Kambe is my mom's maiden name.
Okay.
Yeah, but it means friend.
Okay.
It's like, this is a very peaceful and friendly person.
Wow. Well, they say names are very prophetic. They have a lot of power. So.
Absolutely.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you so very much.
Yes, on being a father and doing all these things, multitasking.
What?
Hats off.
It's a whole career on its own.
I can imagine.
But an exciting one.
Yes, yes. Oh, karibu sana. We are happy to have you. You can send your salamus to your family first. And then we'll continue.
At the most important people in my life, Phyllis, my wife, Sarah, little baby girl, I love you both. And all of my cousins, all the people who are always following every single thing that I'm doing. I think my family is my biggest clan of fans. I must say
That's
that.
good.
They're very, very in touch with what's going on in my life and what I'm doing ministry-wise. They challenge me in very subtle ways. Keep me grounded too. So big shout out. And then of course my other family. Now all of y'all that are listening,
Yes.
you guys are just so important.
These ones who are so excited. Ones are going like, whoop, whoop, confirm.
Whoop, whoop. There we are. I'm glad you guys haven't forgotten.
Yes. I hope you can give us one to replace Mtungu, yes.
Okay. Let me think on that as we go on along.
Think about it, because I have trouble with that one. Alright, so if you need to, I mean, you can go ahead and hit us up on Twitter and Facebook. Webi's handle is at Webi_.
Webi spelled W-E-B-I.
Very simple.
Yep.
Underscore is that Kadash that's, at the bottom. I don't know how to say it.
No, it's good to include some folks who may not know.
Yeah, that's Kadash that's lower.
Yeah, it's on the ground there.
It's on the ground, that one. Okay, so if you have questions for Webi, of course he'll be telling us in detail what he has been up to. When he was last year, I think you had just released.
Yes.
Was it gonna be alright?
Gonna be alright. It was
Yes.
the newest release I had.
Yes.
Both the song and the video.
Yeah.
So I was talking about that. I think I even played it on
Yes.
live.
Yes, you did.
And so ever since that time, of course, there had been a lull in between because of Sparkle, right?
Yeah.
But the moment I had a break,
Yeah.
I jumped right back into this.
Yeah.
There's a new song out there to share.
Yeah.
Well, I kept it to share it at the beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking about that space when there'll be nothing else going on, so I can focus on it.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so you just on Josha's gonna be alright on your guitar.
Yes, I can understand you.
Now that you're our cool unplugged guest.
Here we go.
Right.
I can see there's a rainbow at the end of the storm. Everything that we've been through only makes us strong. Every cloud is a lightning, yeah, every start and end. It's all about timing, now or later then. It's alright if you're hurt, but your hurt's not permanent. You're gonna be alright, you'll see. It really work out now, that's not how it ends. In a moment you'll be free, 'cause it gets better, you'll be fine. You're gonna be alright, you're gonna be alright. You'll be brighter, down to light. You're gonna be alright, you're gonna be alright.
I love the song, I love it. And the message behind it, actually. Absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Someone here was saying, tell Webi to sing one song before 12. I guess because they have to go at 12. So there, he has sang you a song before 12 o'clock.
I hope it made your day.
I hope
it did.
Yes, I sure hope you did as well. Okay, so if you have questions, comments for Webi, go ahead and send us to us on Facebook, Hot96, Twitter, Hot_96 Kenya. For now, we'll continue on with the music.
That's a cool start. That first one is shaking off now.
Don't get confused. Ni le gran president Pitson presidenta yake. Imekuwa muda sasa baba, sija kuimbia Lingala baba. Nimekuwa nikijishughulisha na marege na maraga. Mablues zikafanya mimi nikalala. Sasa nimeamuka baba, naimba Lingala. Waliniambia Lingala poa, nifunge mshipi juu ya tumbo na nitue kilingala eti Lingala.
Hot 96.
Inuka, exclusively on Hot 96.
Miriam Makeba saying, Culture of the Unashamed, tuned to Inuka just in time for Lingala Yesu Salimia Webi. Macy Joseph, I hope I have not butchered your name, is saying, yeah, Webi ndani ya nyumba, sauti nayo. And then Wanja is saying, at least she's going to class, she won't have had too much because she heard you saying. Bri Mongina has a question for you over here.
Yes, yeah.
She is asking, what motivates you and who mentors you?
Wow. I think various forms of love motivate me. Love for what I do. It gets me out of bed every morning.
Yeah.
And then love for my girls. And I look at them, I draw inspiration from them.
Yeah.
And they know this.
By his girls, he means his wife and his daughter.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Disclaimer. Footnote. They do.
Yeah.
Even some of the love songs I've written before, I wrote them having drawn inspiration from my life.
Yes.
And so, that's a motivating aspect.
Yeah.
Let's see who mentors me. The first person that comes to mind is Pastor Kiama Mugambi, Mavuno Church. He's one of the executive pastors there.
Yes.
He's a very good friend of mine. He's even the guy who married both my wife and I.
Oh, wow.
And it is even through him that I got into Mavuno Church as a member, and then consequently as a worship leader.
Yeah.
And throughout the entire process, I actually worked there for about almost 3 years.
Okay.
Before I broke out back into this as a full-time artist.
Right.
Although I still actually lead worship.
Okay.
There, yeah. So he's one of the people who has worked with me up until now.
Yeah.
My best man, best man is a mentor as well.
Yeah.
Those two are the strongest figures.
Okay.
So far that I spend most of my time with, talk to, and I have a couple of uncles as well. So there are some strong men.
Okay, in your life.
In my life, there are some very strong, and women as well.
Okay.
Every coin has two sides. So
yes.
that would be.
Okay. So speaking of you having been worship leader for 3 years, you said yes. At Mavuno. I know there are people listening and thinking, I want to be a worship leader too, or I want to get involved in somewhere or the other in worship in their respective churches. First, tell me how that experience was for you. And then tell me how someone can get started. How can someone get involved?
Okay. How that experience was for me was it was transforming. It was a life transforming experience, because I've been in church leading not really leading worship, but as an instrumentalist back from 2002.
Yes.
But never ever taking up, let's say, leadership roles where I'm up front, we're singing songs and leading a congregation in a corporate worship experience. So when I actually got fully into that, Mavuno Downtown Church, I kind of had to shake off the whole artist mentality, and by that I mean, as artists, whenever we're singing songs, performing on stage, it's slightly different. You've got a creative aspect to the music you're putting out, so people sit down, listen to or engage with what you're performing, but at the same time, follow through the journey of your creativity, how you've chosen to express a certain message.
Yes.
But in let's say church setting, for example, you're leading worship. That basically means it is very closely linked to a sermon. It's very closely linked to what's going to be the take home from people coming to church that day. So I had to learn what it meant to lead people in worship, but more importantly to lead myself, because it didn't happen on Sunday only. It was something that had to have been happening the whole week.
Through your everyday.
Exactly. It changed my thinking about it. I mean, all of us do some things and sometimes we find we have the wrong mentality.
Yes.
I found that my mentality had been, I just need to get in the zone on
Yes.
Sunday morning.
Father, get me to the inner court.
Lord, pour out your anointing right now, on Sunday morning. I learned that, it's actually a lifestyle. It's not just a Sunday. It's not like a gig, and that's what I mean by artist mentality.
Yes.
And so I started to realize that it being a personal experience, it starts to draw you close to God in ways you never thought you could be close to God. And I think more on a physical aspect, it challenged leadership, because I had a team of people I was working with, singers and instrumentalists. I had never led a team of any kind in that respect. And so I had to learn how to be able to draw a vision for them and then lead them to it, in terms of what it means to lead worship at our church, why we're doing it, why it's so important for us to live lives that are above reproach and such like things. It was a demand. It was a demand. So in that regard, it was challenging, because none of us is perfect. Every now and then we struggle with some stuff. I think the greatest wars we fight are inside us. So, but I think it also taught me to be a bit more vulnerable. So stop the poor syndrome, Niko poor syndrome.
I'm good, I got this.
I'm good, I got this. There's nothing like that. You don't got this. It's God who does. And so we have to find a way we have to allow ourselves to be vulnerable enough to submit to Him and allow Him to fill us with His Spirit. So I had to allow myself to be vulnerable like that. So there are so many things, I'm trying to summarize it. There are so many things that changed in my mind, in my life, my perspective, my leadership. That's what it was like for me.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and what it takes for someone to get in. It's not like a contest you enter or like an event. It's really more about service. If you have a heart to serve, and you believe that this is the way in which God has gifted you and you're able to serve, because even the Bible says, let those gifts that we have be of benefit to the church. Then just start from where you have an opportunity. Even if it means you go to church on Sunday and lay down the cables, do that. Because from there, you're serving God. Someone is being blessed because you're making their work easy. The whole church is going to benefit from the fact that there's sound, and you come to church, you can hear what people are saying, you can appreciate what the worship team is singing, and such like. And so it allows you to just plug in where you are. You actually just need to plug in. It's a step. You take that step
and it's like God just leads you, eventually leads you to what it is that you desire. One step at a time. I usually tell people, and I laugh about this, that we used to go for concerts those days for Kinashama and whoever. I used to be an usher.
I'm betting they don't believe you.
They don't believe you.
Nah. You've always been fabulosity.
I used to usher, but God continues to order your steps. As you said, plugging in is the secret. Just get involved. Exactly. It might not immediately be where you want to be, but just trust that God will order your steps.
That I can agree with, because even like when I started, I was very shy. Never sang, none ever had me sing. So I actually just to play an instrument, hiding somewhere behind the instrument, and just head down, play your chords, get them right, and that's all that matters.
You're my twin brother.
Keep your head down, do your job, let the service end, go home.
Don't talk to anyone.
So life transformation from the time I used to do that to the time I'm actually standing in front and leading a song and talking about a scripture that relates to whatever we're singing and things like that. So yes, God orders your steps.
That's amazing. Very profound. Okay, let me take some posts over here. Vince Jr. Wapcha is saying, Webi, you guy. Inuka top at the topest. And then is saying, is asking the DJ to play Background by Lecrae. Mos Hayuko, anasema Mozo Silenge, Mos Hayuko, by the way. And then Mavado Distula is saying, Ndani DJ Vince, uko poa, uko juu, play me Juliani featuring emoji, pick my call. Lowen, Dennis, big up Eliza, Shiko, Omar with all the Nyahe representatives at large. Martin Gidui, nice guys. Locked in Laikipia, also wanting a Giuliani song. Brian is saying you're blessed. Martin Gidui saying DJ you're doing a good job. Locked in Laikipia on Twitter. Karen Joki saying tuned in, loving the music, big up, shout out to the guest Webi. There's another question for you here. Which artists, local / international, inspire you?
Local. I'll start with local. One of the artists that really inspire me is Movie. I believe Movie is one of those guys who, I mean, he's fun, he's energetic, he's very playful, he's very not serious.
Joker.
He's a joker, man. But when you sit down to have an actual conversation,
Right.
you can tell this guy has been in the secret police, you know. And every time we talk, we come out of there, both of us,
Yeah.
having drawn from each other, you know.
Right, yeah.
He's that friend who I probably won't talk to for a couple of months, but when
Yeah.
you catch up,
It's like keep the time
it's like it never passed, you know. And yeah, that would be the main one for local. For international, Israel Houghton.
Okay.
I'm inspired by many things about him.
Yeah.
One, he's got such a heart of worship and humility, you know, and his musicianship is on another level.
Yes.
I mean, this guy plays everything.
Yes.
This guy's writing. I'm like, every time I listen to a song, I'm like, how did you think that up? You know, where were you? What were you doing? Who are you, man? You know? Yeah, so those are the two main people I think,
Okay.
as far as, you know, being musicians is concerned. that inspire me.
All right. Well, I wanted to play one of Webi's songs right about now. The song that he on Jashad asked Kidogo.
Right.
The recorded version of Gonna Be Alright. And then we will continue.
You're gonna be just fine, gonna be just fine, like the sun will shine, gonna be just. You're gonna be just fine, gonna be just fine, like the sun will shine, gonna be just.
I can see there's a rainbow at the end of the storm. Everything that we've been through only makes us strong. Every cloud has a lightning, every start and end. It's all about timing, now or later then. It's alright if you're hurt, but your hurt's not permanent. You're gonna be out alright, you'll see. If it didn't work out now, that's not how it ends. In a moment you'll be free, yeah. It gets better, you'll be fine, gonna be alright, gonna be alright.
Hot 96.
Inuka, exclusively on Hot 96.
Never, I didn't always have it so easy. Had to work hard to get what I wanted, if that was me. And I didn't stop, I didn't quit. You couldn't put me out of it. You cannot stop, come out of it. My light shine bright, I'm down to it.
Alright, some hip hop for all of you who are hip hop heads. Where are Nani?
He's called Putnik.
Okay.
Puntin.
Okay, that one. I'm sure you know him. Hillary calls on Facebook is saying, fantabulous, this is totally great. Victor Kuru is saying, hey Inuka, Inuka is rocking in Baringo Massive. Please play for me Kaziam Salaba. Itani nice sana. That's Danny gifted that yours. Abraham Tarus is saying Inuka is really a blessing. Please DJ, kindly play me one by Miriam Muliro. Follow you to go the entire people of Elgeyo Margaret County, Barishiwa. Alright, also to remind you again, we will let you request all the songs you want during TRL. For now, we're hanging out with our guest. His name is Benjamin Webi, and he is sharing his music with us, what he has been up to and all that cool stuff. Lillian Mohia on Twitter is saying, please allow Webi to do any jam by Israel Houghton. Okay, so which is the one you said is someone you look up to in the international gospel scene.
Right.
So, are you up to the task of the challenge?
Let's see. Shall we find out?
Let's find out.
All right. I think one of the first songs of his that he did that I really love is called "Moving Forward."
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how it goes. What a moment! You have brought me to such a freedom. I have found in you. You're the healer who makes all things new. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not going back. I'm moving ahead, here to declare to you my past is over and you. All things are made new. Surrendered my life to Christ. I'm moving forward. all power in your hands. You have given me a second chance. Hallelujah, hallelujah, yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm not going back, I'm moving ahead to declare to you my past is over and you all things are made new. Surrender my life to Christ. I'm moving forward. No. I'm moving forward. Yeah. 'Cause you make all things new. Yes, you make all things new. And I will follow you forward. Oh,
I love it, Webi. I love it. Like, just continue.
oh, that song is so real for me.
Yeah. He does make all things new.
He does.
He does.
I believe.
Wanja over here is saying, yay, Webi doing moving forward. I love Sauti Tamu Tamu. And then you're saying Nyokapi and yourself are happy girls.
I'm glad you are. God bless ya.
Trying to get some posts over here on Facebook as well. Lilia Mohia saying, moving forward, he nailed it. Big up. Lawrence Rongeyan is saying, great, Webi is awesome. That is super, super awesome. There was a question for you. Bree was asking about your international tour to Rongai.
International tour to Rongai.
You know they're not in Kenya, so do you have plans to travel?
Well, you've given me one now, so how about I just get on that challenge, huh? And then announce some dates.
yeah, get on it.
Alright.
Okay, so you're listening to Inuka, and in a little bit, Webi will be introducing us to his new song, the one he's shooting a video to. He actually has a video shoot this up. I hijacked him, and he agreed to come because, you know, he loves
you guys. Yeah.
Alright, so moving on with the music.
Right.
Mambo Move Daddy Owen nikishirikisha Gani Gift Baraka nimepokea kwako nimetulia nisije tumbukia kwa mambo ya dunia kwako nijifiche milele fitina za nizingira anasa kila kona yeye kwa mikono yako niweke mtakatifu tokea leo hadi milele kwa makosa yote anipenda anijali anipenda kwa makosa yote anipenda anijali anipenda
Hot 96.
Inuka, exclusively on Hot 96.
Kafa msalabani, uhakika wa faraja kamili. Nafsi zetu kaziosha, maisha ya upili. Nashangazwa ulivyoyajali yetu maisha, wema wako hauna kifani. Ni wewe pekee unayefaa kuabudiwa siku zote, uliyeumba mbingu na nchi. Kwa dhayo watene na tene ela naema uambukeli wangu ate Nuengwe silasya nduwe wa wonduwe. Zenga swani mando wakumonde. Zenga swani wendo waku kwa baba. Zenga swani zenga nuwe wakwa wawa nuwe wayai. Nawashangazwa ulivyoyajali yetu maisha. Wema wako hauna kifani. Ni wewe pekee unayefaa kuabudiwa siku zote, uliyeumba mbingu na nchi.
Okay, let me tell you what impressed me the most. That you sang the cow line.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know what you were saying?
I have a very good idea.
Okay.
Bubi actually gave me
the translation.
Yeah, but I've forgotten. It's more like I praise you, your everything, everything to me, something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Well done. All right. So this was a collab between you and Bubi.
Yes.
And the song is Bingu Nanchi.
It's called Bingu Nanchi.
This was off of your first album or second album?
This is actually off my second album, All I Can Say.
All I Can Say.
It was one of those songs that was just different.
Okay. Yeah.
Different.
Okay, well I have the first, this one I didn't have.
Right, I get
Hook a sister up! Anyway, on Facebook, Brian Erish is saying, okay, I admit I don't know much about music. One thing in my wisdom, or lack of it, Benjamin is a masterpiece. Why lie? What standing ovation over here. Wish Mose was in today, he would have learnt a lot. Atisema crash program.
Hey, Mazi.
PhD, pap.
Hey, Mose.
And then Mose, was it special?
Mazi, Mose, wherever you are, bana, kuna watu wanakungoja.
Mose has his own orchestra. He's an orchestra trapped within himself. Grace Kiamba says, may God bless you, Webi. May He take you to the highest level. Okay, and then over on Twitter, CEO Kolekya is saying, awesome. Peace Wanjiko is saying, Webi is one of Kenya's finest musical maestro. Glad that he is a member of KOTU, Culture of the Unashamed.
Oh,
yeah, I know,
I was
right?
gonna be
Yeah.
like, well,
I know,
okay.
like,
They haven't received my application, but hey, you know, it's not my time to start. Culture of the Unashamed. I like it. I like it.
Yeah. And then Joseph over here saying you should perform Uwezo by Donate. You know, guys are sending you all their requests.
Well done.
I want you to sing for me.
See, I come and do a show where I've rehearsed these myself.
For real? We
Then
give
I
you a
come and
playlist?
yeah, by the way, I rehearse and I come and play for y'all.
From hip hop, reggae, whatever you want, we'll do it for you.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I want you to tell us about the new song. Tell us what it's called and how it came to be.
The new song is called The Love Stand, and it's love in a general, perspective. I was inspired by the fact that in our world, in our society, even just as close as in our hood, the one language we all understand is love, and love is kindness demonstrated. Doing something nice for someone that didn't expect it, going out of your way to be courteous, even in traffic, letting someone pass, instead of being kifua, the way us guys Kenyans, the way we drive
Yeah.
But just generally being, first of all, this is one of the great commandments that God gave us, to love one another, And so if we could love one another in a way to I don't know how to put this in a way that really brings it home, but I guess a simple way to put it would be, if only we could love one another the way it was intended to be, this world would be such a different place. And everywhere we go, everywhere I've been, I've seen the need for that love. If only it could be expressed, and not by some extraterrestrial being, by ourselves, because we have the capacity for it.
We do.
And so that's what inspired that song.
Wow.
That's what I talked about.
Okay, so I'm gonna make you or allow you to sing the song for us, Kidogo, and then we'll play the recorded version of it. Webi is shooting his video. Have you been shooting it or you're starting today?
I started on Monday.
Okay.
Today's day 2.
Okay.
And hopefully the course of next week we'll finish day 3.
Okay. Sawa sawa.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Webi.
All right, here we go. Been to a lot of places, seen a lot of things. They're the inspiration of what my heart sings. Met a lot of people at all points of time. From all these I learned to take the love kind of stand. Take the love kind of stand. Take the love kind of stand. It's what matters. I'll take the love kind of stand. Take the love kind of stand. Take the love kind of stand. It's what matters. Oh, Ishni Baraka, Kutunukiwa, Lukundo lwa mlungu, lwa Inuka. If you gave me nothing else, I have everything. And so for this I yearn to take the love kind of stand. Take the love kind of stand. Take the love kind of stand. It's what matters. Oh, I'll take the love kind of stand. Take the love kind of stand. Take the love kind of stand. It's what matters. Boy, nothing matters in this world if there is no love. 'Cause love is everything. Love is everything. Love is everything. The love song. It was a sober song.
I love it. It's a beautiful song.
Yeah, I thought of this song as a challenge to myself as well. That's how I should spend my life. Demonstrating love. So every time I hear this song myself, I'm challenged to do something. No matter how small.
Alright, so this is The Love Stand, and then a good gentleman by the name of Kenda will be telling us what's happening in the world of sports and tell us if he has taken a love time. And if the football teams love each other.
Been through a lot of places, seen a lot of things. They're the inspiration of what my heart sings. Met a lot of people at all points of time, and from all these I learned to take a love kind of stand. Take the love kind of stand. Take the love kind of stand. That's what matters. Yeah. I'll take the love kind of stand. Take the love kind of stand. Take the love kind of stand.
Hot 96.
Inuka, exclusively on Hot 96.
Kenya Yule Origi saying good morning this afternoon. Kidogo tu nichelewe. Tell Webi that ako juu ka bei ya Samsung Galaxy.
Well done.
And then God bless you guys. And you want to hear Malimwengu or Malimwengu by Masha Mapenzi, locked from Nakuru. My AWOL co-host, one of them, is back. He came here, he started reading newspapers. He's all like, Azim, grab a microphone.
Acquired habits. Acquired habits.
Imagine, he just texting, he's grabbing a newspaper like,
How the stock's doing.
I know. Who is selling, who is buying what. Anyway, we're about to say kwaheri to Webi because he has to go finish his video shoot.
Yeah.
But Webi, we're so grateful that you came in for Inuka today.
I'm so excited that I had a chance to come.
Yeah.
For having me.
Yeah.
I'm always glad to.
We will call you again and
Oh.
again and again. Just keep releasing new music.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up.
up.
You can count on that.
Yeah, but before I let you go, share a word of encouragement with our listeners, then we can let you go.
I think one of the things that has been very clear or has been resounding very clearly to me over the last couple of months is don't afraid to be who you are because God accepts you. You see? God sees the gem that He deposited in you. He gave you gifts. He made you a person who has the capacity and the ability to make an impact in our generation. No matter how small that impact is, it's big to someone else. Or it's big to, in that space where it is being felt. So don't be afraid to be you, and don't be afraid to try new things, and don't be afraid to allow God to lead you, because then at least you don't have to come back and do it all over again. Who you are is important. My wife is always saying this to our daughter every morning. You're important, you're valuable, and you're enough.
Wow, that's powerful stuff. Wow. All right. Thank you, Webi. Thank you so much. And thank you for sharing your time with us today. We wish you all the best in your music video. Make sure to get it to us for Kubaba as soon as you're done. I'm sure Mose will feel exceedingly sad that you didn't call him to be an extra in your video, but it's okay.
But there are other videos to come.
There's other ones.
There's a panga, man.
Thank you, Webi. Thank you, Phyllis, for taking care of this cool brother of ours.
Yes, thank you, Aki. Thanks. Even me, let me just say right now to the radio, thanks.
Get him for the next interview. Get him an orange shirt or green. All those colors are making me happy. Like this one, the yellow one.
If she's listening, I'll find one tonight.
You might have orange pajamas. Joke. Bye, baby. Thank you. It's so real.
Thank you guys, and everyone out there listening, I love y'all.
All right.
Anything to gain at all, I'll count a loss if I can't hear you, feel you, cause I need you. Can't walk this earth alone. I recognize I'm not my own. So before I fall, I need to hear you, feel you, as I live to make my boast in you alone.
With every breath I take, with every heartbeat, sunrise or the moonlights in a dark street, every glance, every dance, every note of a song, it's all a gift undeserved that I shouldn't have known. Every day that I lie, every moment I covet, I'm deserving to die, I'm just earning your judgment. Without the cross there's only condemnation. If Jesus wasn't executed, there's no celebration. So in times that are good, in times that are bad,